Let me ask you something. Do you actually want to grow, or do you like the idea of growth? Because growth sounds good until it comes with visibility. Until people start watching you differently, until dynamics start to shift, until you realize you can't go back to the old version of yourself. We say we want more attention, more opportunities, more presence, but what happens when you actually start to get it? And today we're talking about the fear of being seen and why attention is just a side effect of standards. And before we get started, I want to introduce myself like a good host should. My name is Jessica. I'm an executive personal assistant, lifestyle lover, and business owner. Here we talk about all things PA life, career glow ups, hot topics, and actually living a life you enjoy. So if that sounds like your thing, your vibe, stick around. And I have my notes, so we're gonna get right into it. What I want to talk about is something we don't say out loud enough. We say we want growth, we want to elevate, we want more, but what we don't say out loud enough is the fear of being seen that comes with it. And because being seen changes things, and not everyone actually is ready for that. Because in actuality, growth is exposure. You cannot have growth without being exposed in some aspects. And once you have that growth becoming more dominant in your life, it starts to change relationships. And a lot of us aren't ready to face the fact that it will change the dynamics of a lot of our relationships, whether that is platonic, romantically, or even in our career. Because being seen removes your hidden places. You are, again, exposed. It's like an open wound in a way. And people react when you start to shift in subtle ways and sometimes even big ways. Now, before we talk about standards and visibility, I want to talk about why being visible feels uncomfortable in the first place. When you're being seen, you can be judged, you can be misunderstood, you can disappoint people, and I won't even say can, you will outgrow people. And this is what really stings, I believe, most of us, and what stops our growth. When we start growing, it's inevitable that we gain a momentum, and then once you have those things I just listed, for example, people will start judging you, you may start outgrowing people, we start to slow our momentum down. And it's a fear of being underestimated, and it can also be a fear to stay hidden as well. Because when you stay hidden, you feel protected, but are you actually protecting yourself? Because sometimes the fear of being seen isn't about strangers. It's about the people who you used to be around, who are used to your old version of you. And when you elevate, you change dynamics, you change and you disturb the expectations of you, and you stop playing small roles. And that can feel threatening, even if it's necessary. So think about it like this: the fear of judgment versus the fear of responsibility. They're two different things. And the old version of you will have you in your comfort zone. So think about that. If you're constantly doing things or showing up in a way that you feel like it's repetitive, that's your comfort zone. And that's more than likely the old version of yourself. If you want to get away from the old version of yourself, but you're still doing the same thing, you're in your comfort zone. And outgrowing roles, people assigned you to, that is also in your comfort zone. So think about it as what is really protecting you and what can really expand you. Now, this is where standards come in. Side note, I'm really trying to get this lighting, like, I don't know. If you have like golden skin or like a good tan, when that sun comes in, you just have to try to catch it. Okay, back to what I was saying. This is where standards come in. When you start to raise your standards emotionally, physically, financially, and spiritually, attention follows. Because here's the difference between the viewpoints. Attention isn't a reward, it's a reaction. And when you stop over explaining, when you stop over giving, when you stop being over available, you create contrast. And not everyone can handle that. And contrast creates awareness. You don't even get the attention because you're louder. You get more attention because you're no longer blending in. And when you think about it from a point of you're actually expanding your attention, you're expanding your standards, they start to create more structure for yourself and scarcity for some people. And in actuality, you're not, you're just growing, but some people feel like you're being more guarded. It just is what it is. And when you have certain standards, you start to create value within yourself, and that will withdraw certain access from people, and that can also withdraw the access of certain viewpoints of people, if that's making sense. And once you do that, it can definitely start to change the dynamics of who you've been around. Now, here's the thing. You don't wake up the higher version of yourself, or you just wake up in the dream life you've always wanted. You grow into it intentionally. And if you have a fear of being seen, try posting without overthinking. If posting is not your thing, you just don't care about social media, that is cool. Speak without softening your voice. Try speaking without overthinking or over explaining. Dress lightly, elevate it for a regular day, whether you are running errands or you are in the house. It actually changes. It actually trains your nervous system to tolerate the visibility. And when you start to separate the attention from validation, you start to see attention as being neutral, and validation is what you assign to it. You don't anchor yourself. If you don't anchor yourself, attention will start to control you. And we've all seen it before. People turn into mini monsters. And when you can be visible without being accessible, it has your value grow as well. And not everything needs to be explained. Not every thought needs to be shared. And that's how you stay grounded while growing as well. And just think of it like this. You start to strategically place your privacy in ways that make you feel comfortable, not other people feel comfortable, and you can absolutely be seen without oversharing as well. Now let's talk about the perks. And yes, this comes with perks. It's my favorite part of this talk. When you can handle attention well, opportunities increase, your standards attract more alignment, you start to filter faster, and people will treat you differently, and you start to see yourself differently. But the biggest perk is you stop fearing your own potential. Attention is the side effect of standards, but the real growth is becoming steady enough to stand in the light without shrinking in the dark. Growth isn't just about evolving or elevation, it's about becoming invisible, and visibility requires capacity. Now, if this video resonated with you, please like, comment, or subscribe. Your support is greatly appreciated. I really do appreciate it. That way we can grow together. I do have more topics, more ideas coming up. For those who have done so already, I really do appreciate it. I have them written down. I did not forget. I have them brewing. I have some things brewing. Okay, so thank you for joining and chatting with me, and until next time.